Hello and welcome to Patch Notes, some weekly updates on the gaming news you need to know about. My name is Cesar, and this is different, isn't it? In case you guys don't know, I live in Texas, and recently we've been having power outages and a winter storm and just a lot of crazy nonsense. Just so you guys know, I am safe. I'm at a friend's house, and the power just came back, so that's exciting. Yeah, the power is back, and it should be back. There should be no more rolling blackouts in the area. So we have power, we have water, we have internet. But my house, where I do the recordings for Patch Notes and I have all my stuff, there's no power there. So I wasn't able to record this week's episode. But don't worry, we arranged for something really, really special. So please enjoy, and for those of you in Texas that are dealing with much worse than I am right now, because frankly I'm pretty lucky where I live, there's no snow, but for those of you that are down, I'm sorry, and I hope we can get out of this soon. And here are your weekly Patch Notes.
Hello and welcome to Patch Notes,
your weekly update on the gaming news you need to know about.
My name is RoboDessert.
My name is Lady Macbeth.
My name is Joe Medforce.
Let's dive in.
Last October, Ubisoft delayed one of their biggest upcoming titles, Rainbow Six Quarantine, due to COVID-19 restrictions. However, in a recent earnings call, Ubisoft told investors that they were considering changing the name of Rainbow Six Quarantine because of its untimely name. And almost immediately, a website called MP First found details of Ubisoft allegedly changing the name to Rainbow Six Parasite, not related to the Bong Joon-ho 2019 movie. Through updates made to the PlayStation Store listing, specifically the PS4 version, having the dash icon and boot up screen say Rainbow Six Parasite. This was all very exciting until Ubisoft confirmed earlier this week saying they were changing the name, just not to Parasite. In a statement to Eurogamer, Ubisoft spokesperson said, "While we recently shared that we'll be changing the name of Rainbow Six Quarantine, Parasite is only a placeholder that our internal teams use." They also added, "We can confirm this is a glimpse of the upcoming game, and we will share more details, including the official name, soon."
Earlier this month, Stadia shut down its internal development team, which impacted nearly 150 developers. But at the same time, they also promised to heavily support third-party games, and it seems they're trying to do just that. Google has announced that they will be releasing more than 100 games for the Stadia system in 2021. Just when I was getting caught up on my gaming backlog. In a community blog, the Stadia team said, quote, "Over the next few weeks and months, players can expect to see everything from action-filled RPGs to competitive co-op games and nimble platformers." In the same blog, they listed upcoming game releases such as Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition and Shantae Risky's Revenge Director's Cut, both coming February 23rd. It Came from Space and Ate My Brains coming March 2nd. FIFA 21 coming March 17th, Kays and the Wild Masks coming March 26th, and Judgment coming April 23rd. They also announced Killer Queen Black, Street Power Football, and Hellpoint, and quote, "many more," with no set release date yet. Unfortunately, one game that Google cannot promise for the Stadia system is Terraria. Earlier this month, Andrew Spinks, co-creator of Terraria, lost access to his Google accounts, and because of this has decided to cancel plans to release Terraria on Stadia. In a Twitter thread directed at Google, Spinks said, quote, "My account has now been disabled for over 3 weeks. I have absolutely not done anything to violate your terms of service, so I can take this in no other way than you deciding to burn this bridge. Consider it burned. My company will no longer support any of your platforms moving forward." I guess we will not be seeing a Terraria-themed Google homepage anytime soon.
Nintendo fans like me are always desperate for Nintendo news, and in 2020 we got mini directs, Pokemon directs, Indie World showcases, and one-off surprises like Paper Mario The Origami King. But over 530 days have passed since the last full Nintendo Direct in September 2019. Until now. This past week, we got a proper Nintendo Direct, packed full of announcements. So let's see if we can squeeze 50 minutes of Nintendo news into less than 5. First up, a kind of underwhelming cutscene sequence announced that Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will be the next fighters to join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They're set to be added to the DLC Fighters Pass in March, alongside a new Xenoblade Chronicles 2 stage, so expect a Smash Direct from series creator Masahiro Sakurai to come soon. One of my favourite surprise announcements came next. Fall Guys will be coming to Nintendo Switch this summer, so I've got my fingers crossed for tilt controls to make the game even more fun and chaotic. Because Life is good, but it can be better. Also, the day after the Direct, it was announced that Fall Guys is also coming to the Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One consoles this summer, so even more people will get to jump, grab, climb, and stumble their way towards the coveted crown. Does this mean we'll get Fall Guys cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms? We'll just have to wait and see. Mario Golf Super Rush came out swinging for the Mario sports fans. This beloved series has been dormant since Mario Golf World Tour on Nintendo 3DS in 2014. As the eager voiceover announced, you'll be able to enjoy the sensation of golfing with Joy-Con motion control options and frantic new multiplayer modes like Speed Golf, alongside more traditional golf tournaments and a story mode where you level up your own Mii character. This crazy looking golf game is set to release on June 25th. It wouldn't be a Nintendo Direct without more RPGs than you can ever hope to remember the names of, but Square Enix managed to walk away once more with the silliest working title award. Move over, Octopath Traveler. Project Triangle Strategy is the new tactical RPG on the block. If the Pokemon-style elemental, rock, paper, scissors, or multi-level gameplay interests you, there's a demo available on Switch you can play now, with a survey for players who wish to contribute feedback. Patch Notes creator Cesar has tried the demo, and these were his thoughts. I love the art style, the music, and the voice acting. The story was very interesting, but there was a lot of it. This demo picks up at Chapter 6, so I feel like there's a lot of missing context for things. But overall, I would say if you like Octopath Traveler, other JRPGs, and games that are very strategy heavy, you're going to love this game. I could totally see myself getting really into this game, but falling off after a while because I didn't touch it. Whatever it ends up being named, the finished game is planned to debut in 2022. If you listen to my Patch Notes Game of the Year episode, you'll know that I love Suda51's niche Nintendo series No More Heroes. The Big N clearly thinks that protagonist Travis Touchdown is ready for the spotlight, which is why I was so excited to see a release date announced for No More Heroes 3. It's out on August 27th, so you've got plenty of time for a summer in Santa Destroy with No More Heroes 1 and 2, which were also ported to Switch last year. Animal Crossing New Horizons was a lifeline for us all when it launched last March and sold over 31 million copies, so you know Nintendo is going to keep the updates coming. Continuing the celebration of Mario's 35th anniversary from last year, Mario outfits, furniture like the iconic question block, and even a special warp pipe item that allows you to move between 2 points on your island are being added. All of this will be available to order in-game from February 25th. If you enjoyed the innovative augmented reality experience of Mario Kart Live Home Circuit last year, you might be intrigued in a new dodgeball-style multiplayer game from the same developer. Volan Studios is throwing down with Knockout City, coming to Switch on May 21st. It's also releasing on other home consoles and PC at the same time for $20, which gives access to all of the game's 9-week seasons with a limited free trial at launch for those who want to try before they buy. February 21st, 2021 marks 35 years since the original Legend of Zelda released in Japan. So we all hoped that this Direct was going to herald glorious Hylian anniversary celebrations. Zelda series producer Eiji Aonuma faded into focus. He said, "Breath of the Wild 2 news will be coming later this year." But then, he introduced another Zelda game coming to Switch. A bright sun in the blue sky against wisps of dreamlike clouds. Could it be Wind Waker HD on Switch? Two Loftwings sent the sky-high hopes of me and the whole Zelda fanbase right back down to earth. A Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD Switch port will be winging its way to us on July 16th. The good news is that the divisive one-to-one motion controls for sword and shield combat can be changed to buttons only for those who want or need to. The bad news is those rumours of a Zelda collection featuring Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD seem to remain rumours for now. Hopefully Nintendo will announce a Zelda Anniversary Direct, similar to the Mario Direct we had last September, or otherwise provide more for Zelda fans to enjoy this year. The one more thing at the end of the Nintendo Direct was a big surprise in the form of Splatoon 3. In stark contrast to the previous installments, the trailer introduced a desert wasteland known as the Splatlands. We also got a look at a new city hub where battle-savvy Inklings and Octolings gather, Splatsville, also known as the City of Chaos. New features shown off include a customizable Salmonid companion and a new ink bow weapon. It might be a while before we see more from the game though, as it's slated for a release sometime in 2022. After such a long wait for a big presentation, we can see why Nintendo fans might be disappointed with this Direct, as a lot of time was also dedicated to ports of older games with a heavy focus on RPGs. A poll we ran to gauge people's feelings about the Direct on the Patch Notes Twitter account, @patch_notes_, had the majority saying they liked it, but those who didn't like it came close in second place. For me, I was just happy to see Nintendo prove that no matter what, 2021 will clearly be a year packed with games to play on Switch.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
And be sure to like and subscribe.
You can catch me streaming on twitch.tv Lady Macbeth. That's LadyMacbeth every single day except for Mondays. And follow me on Twitter @Lady Macbeth.
Once again, my name is RoboDessert. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok under the same name.
My full reactions to the Nintendo Direct are up on youtube.com/JoeMedforce. You can catch me streaming on twitch.tv/JoeMedforce every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok @JoeMedforce.
Don't forget to tune in next week to get your weekly patch notes.
Hey there, I just had to record something really quick. This week there was BlizzCon, and at BlizzCon they announced a few things such as Blizzard Arcade Collection, reminding you that Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 are coming out, and not really anything really newsworthy, except they had a Metallica performance. And what was really interesting about that is that BlizzCon was being streamed on Twitch. And if you know anything about Twitch and the recent DMCA situation, you know if somebody plays copyright music on Twitch, there's a very good chance that they could get a fine or a lawsuit. So to make sure that didn't happen with BlizzCon, Twitch came up with a solution right at the beginning of the performance. And I don't even want to explain what the solution is. I just want to show you. So here is the beginning section of the Metallica performance at BlizzCon 2021.